as you enter the book, there's a forest. This is Justina Smith's forest. So you enter the forest, and you read Elizabeth Yakalaya's poem, The Land, and you work your way through. The first poems being quite about pristine nature. The second group of poems, more from the artistic perspective, from the author's subjectivity. And the last group of poems, well, that's where we get our cowboys. So really looking forward to having these guys come up. BJ's going to read first, right after I'm finished.
A forest fire passed this way 100 years or more ago, and how it started is hard to say. Perhaps we'll never really know. But like the phoenix from the ashes, elk now graze in lush green grasses. When pine trees grow uninterrupted, tall and straight is how they stand. When life is simple, uncorrupted, they produce to beat the band and then become our 2x4s that frame our windows and our doors. But trees that deal with nature's strife, that brave the blizzards, nearly die, and bear the scars of tortured life but persevere as years go by, are shined and crafted, true and pure, and then become our furniture. Because the burls and gnarly swirls are more than bruises from the storm, and like an oyster making pearls, beauty comes in many forms. The character described in wood rewards a life, not always good. So if you faced adversity and maybe even felt defeat, but like that gnarly forest tree, you got back up and on your feet. Within you, grit will register the content of your character. That's my little poem.
February Chinook. 14 weeks the cold was brutal. 2 out of herd it took. There ain't no joy in chores when it's 35 below. Doctoring, mending fences, hauling bales out through the snow. And when they drop the prices in Toronto on Bay Street, you just work that much harder while still the ends don't meet. On the range you don't think dollars each time you pull a calf. Out here there's different values. The West knows wheat from chaff. There's a certain kind of freedom that can't be bought or sold, not harnessed by the wire, nor hindered by bitter cold. It has to do with eagles and the pony that you sit. Your bankroll may be bone dry, but you just don't give a whit. So when them city bankers wreak havoc with the rates, as your sure is disappearing, settle up, head towards the gate, and ponder in life what's important, and take a long, slow look at the sunset on the Rockies next time there's a Chinook.
The sky is cut in half with an arch today. Far edge cyan, near edge indigo. Hawk rides warm gusts of westerly wind. Trapped light paints her feathers a luminous glow. Where drifts were piled up, soon there are none. Swiftly, the wind eats up the snow. Wet ripples on ice, an instant slick pond, forms in the groves of dormant willow